That's my Squidward interpretation. I can't really do it. What's going on out there, YouTube? That's the 0320 representing JVS. I'm just sitting here chilling, chilling like a villain, checking out some heroes who trying to be better heroes. I'm talking about My Hero Academia. I'm actually on the second season on episode 32. I've watched all the dubbed episodes thanks to VRV. Shout out to VRV. You guys are amazing. If you don't know what VRV is, it's a combination of Crunchyroll, Funimation, and a lot of other great, subscription-based streaming. And it's like a flat rate for like $9.99 a month. It's actually really good. So definitely recommend, if you don't know anything about it, check it out. But either way, I love My Hero Academia. I know I've only put up one reaction for it, but I've got a couple other reactions I'm gonna be pushing up for you guys, and that's coming up really soon. I'm about to check out episode 32 now. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be dubbed, but I'm fine with that, just so I can be able to check it out. Wifey's out at the gym, having her a good old time. I'm just kind of chilling. Had a long day at work today, and the past 48 hours with DCEU news. I kid you not, you guys. It's not even been 48 hours. I actually, since last week, legit wanted to get up there and talk to you guys this is false. That's clickbait. That's not right. You can't prove that. I legit wanted to go in. And I'm not going to go in on this video. I'm just going to give you guys my closing, thought process on all this crazy DCEU rumors and clickbait and false news and theoreticals and all this and that. Only thing that we definitely confirmed was that there's been an assessment about trying to bring in Martin Scorsese as a producer for a Joker origin film. Now, my personal opinion, I don't think the Joker needs an origin film. I think that if they make the Batman film with Matt Reeves, and they include the Joker as who he was before, the events of what we've seen in Batman vs Superman or Suicide Squad, then you're gonna have a great story in and of itself. And the thing is about Joker, he doesn't need his origin story, But at the same time, looking at Jerome on Gotham, it works. So I'm not gonna knock it if it happens. The problem what happened was the news outlets were okay, this is going to be totally separate from, the DC universe. I was okay, this is going to be an Elseworld thing. I was down with Grace Randolph even talking about it. I was all right, Grace, you got it. I'm all with it. Then all of a sudden they were they took a interview from the group called The Business. And I'm not going to go into all this yet. I'll go into this in a different video. But basically The Business in July 17th, forgot the person's name that was interviewed, but they were on a talk radio and they talked to Matt Reeves, and he talked about his whole pitch to DC and WB and how they said it was going to be a standalone. And in context, I was sitting there thinking, okay, that was talking about standalone, how Wonder Woman is taking place, in a different time zone. It's not a crossover. You're not going to have DC characters going in and out of it, other than what the actual characters have as far as their own rogues gallery. And then the ending tagline was this is separate from the extended universe. And people went crazy. Crazier than usual. It was so bad. It was everywhere. I was sitting there. I was hitting up Bartu from Heroic Hollywood when he did a Periscope. I was like, bro, what the heck is going on? Hit up Adam Alavec. Asked him what was going on. I tried to hit up BatmanNews.com. I was like, yo, what is going on? Maybe we need to chill out. Maybe we need to wait and see if you're talking about this out of context, because you're correlating something from something in July. If it was really big news, don't you think they'd be talking about that in July, not right now? And people were I don't want to go into names, but people were no, they just talked about this yesterday. This talked about this before, the Joker news. And I'm no, just look at the article. Batman-news.com even specifically stated this was back in July when this was, and people were taking it as, okay, we just heard about this today. And so I was just you know what, forget it, And thankfully today, Matt Reeves made this announcement. He was dude, what are y'all talking about? What happened? It was it definitely is connected to DCU, but it takes place in a different time frame. And so it all worked itself out thanks to Matt Reeves. But it was just it showed how many people, I don't want to say benefited from DCEU's negative remarks or rumor mill, but in a way it does, you know. And people were really trying to figure out. There were some people that were legit were like, okay, I'm convinced this is the reality, let's deal with this. But me, I was kind of like, dude, I don't want to sit there and put anything to face value until I know. And it's like, if I was a reporter, which in a lot of ways as a critic and a discussion person and a blogger, that's what we are. We're reporters. Like, we can't just sit there and take an article unless we have the specific facts. We can't base it on something else. And so for me, that's part of the reason I didn't get up here, because I was like, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, this is crazy for me, you know. And then today, now we got this, and people have to go and not print a retraction like what was it? J. Jonah Jameson's like, I ain't did a retraction in 40 years or 14 years or something like that. And but anyway, either way, it all got resolved out, but it was just like a lot of headache, man. And it's like, none of this stuff happens in other locations. Like, even with Star Wars, like with the Obi-Wan thing, I think one of you guys just reported on that. That's huge news. Whether or not, you know, Ewan McGregor, say hypothetically speaking, they didn't want Ewan McGregor to come back, that would be huge. Like, people are like, what? No, he's not going to come back. Like, what are the story going to do? And it's like, that didn't get that kind of like flair. It maybe for a day. It's like DCEU, it just gets hammered, man. It's so bad. And I'll talk about this in a different video, because I just want to chill, look at My Hero Academia. I wanted to let you guys know that I am going to be doing like a full review on Defenders sometime tonight. Now that I've had some time to kind of think it over, things that I like, things that I didn't like, my all around, you know, thought process on it in connection to the other ones, which was my favorite, which ones was not. I will show you guys something really cool, and you can go to Best Buy right now and pick these up if you don't know. In addition to Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which I'm not buying today, I can't spend that much more money. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is available on Blu-ray and DVD, and The Walking Dead Season 7, which I really want, which I can't spend that kind of money, because I want to show you this little look, so you can be able to get Season 2 of Daredevil on Blu-ray. So hyped. Punisher and Elektra featured in on this, of course. And then you got the girl with the leather jacket, Jessica Jones. I got this actually from my wife. She loves Jessica Jones. It's actually still one of my favorites out of the series, and I've already had this. So far, my my Marvel collection for the Netflix series are actually really building. But I don't think I've showed any of you guys some of my, you know, DC collection stuff. Hold on. See? Check this out. So if anybody say like you are a non-stop DC lover, like, no, I have it all. Like, I legit have it all. But either way, did y'all see this poster? It's pretty legit. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that real quick, because I've never show you guys that. But I'm actually really excited for what they're gonna do with the Netflix series next. Heard some really good news that Finn Jones has already started training, even though, you know, he's not gonna start shooting for another 2 or 3 months or something like that. So that's really good news. Hoping that they get some more choreographers and, you know, people that know the craft, like the folks on like the company for what is it, AMC's Into the Badlands. Like, they should get like a team like that working with them, or, you know, somebody else. You know, I think that would really benefit the show. Jessica Jones Season 2, I've heard that the Purple Man might be making a reappearance. That's really big news. Lucy Liu is gonna be directing a couple of different episodes for Luke Cage, or is producing it or something like that. And then of course Daredevil, like, dude, the ending of Defenders, I can't wait for Season 3, which I'll talk about that more in my review. But I just want to let you guys know that I am here, and I've missed doing vlogs, and I'm gonna go check some of you guys' comments. Yo, what up, Keyshawn? Hey, Vanessa. Sorry I haven't been showing that much love in your videos recently. I've been in school. Nah, Keyshawn, it's all good, bro. What you can do is click on the little bell that's connected to the subscriber count, and anytime like something comes up, it'll get sent straight to your email, and you can go back and backtrack and do kind of like a watch later kind of thing. Yeah, work as long as me today too. Yeah, I know, right? Did you hear about Obi-Wan Kenobi movie? Oh yeah, I just talked about that. Jared Grant, are you thinking about the Bat family could appear in the movie? I think that's a given. I think that's an automatic given, especially if this takes place before, you know, the whole Jared Leto's situation with Batman turning a new leaf, kind of. I think that it's a given that there's gonna be a Robin. I think it's definitely a given that it's gonna be alternative rogue galleries of the Batman family. It's just I'm curious if it's gonna be like Catwoman, Robin, of course Batman, Joker, and somebody new, a villain that we've never seen before. Maybe like Hush or something like that. Who knows? I would love a Jason Todd story. At least Dick or Jason. Yeah, I think that Jason's gonna probably be the catch-22 in this. We'll see. We'll see what they do with it, though. I just want to let you guys know that I love you guys, and I've missed doing vlogs, and hopefully y'all enjoy my vlogs as well. Please leave a like if you do, and I'm about to check out this My Hero Academia. I will have a Defenders review to you guys tonight, and I got a lot of reactions for Defenders that I've yet to post up. I did react to a large portion of the episodes. I just haven't edited them yet. What time frame would you like to film? You like for the film to take place? Have a good one, brother. What time frame? You know what? I think that early 90s would actually be pretty legit. You know, think about it like this. Like the 1989 Batman with Michael Keaton was one of the first and best incarnations of Batman and Joker. If you go and take like a couple years after that, like maybe after, you know, Batman Returns, what would have been a good defining look at what Batman would have become as far as a detective, as far as being as menacing as Michael Keaton's Batman was, but him growing, you know, in his craft, him recruiting, you know, in his craft, and at the same exact time, you know, like the era around him being more so like the 90s. I think that'd be actually really legit because it'd be kind of like more of a Sherlock Holmes, you know, murder mystery slash, you know, it'd be just like the 90s version of animated series The Batman. And I think that bringing that to film and then connecting great stories like Death in the Family or, you know, I don't know, Hush, would be a really good treat for us fans of the DCEU universe. And not just that, like even if they decide to start doing these Elseworld type of films, there's a lot of benefits to that. There's a lot of benefits that, okay, you can go and just like the DC, you know, cartoon universe, they go and make these random films. Like say after they speaking, they made like, what's a good one that they could make? I don't know. I don't know if it'd be a really good one right off the top of my head. But thinking that you go and take the characters and put them in this different light, I don't think personally they should recast. I think that's a misstep personally, but they could definitely go and take the characters in different lights. Because if you go and you recast, Grace Randolph did a great statement. I normally don't give her this much credit, but she legit was talking about, you know, like the Jared Leto situation, have somebody else be, you know, the Joker, even if a younger Joker, and at the same time on the silver screen competing with Jared Leto, that undermines what his craft is and what he does, you know, which is, it's not good. Like even if they did that with Batman, say hypothetically speaking, they picked, what's a young Bruce Wayne? I don't know, like a young Bruce Wayne, and then they pick, you know, somebody like, and then you go on, you're comparing and contrasting who should be defining Batman. Like there's no way you can sit there and go and look at a standalone Hush movie, and you go back to a DCU condensed film, and you're like, man, I want him maybe into this part, kind of like that. So I think that them recasting is a bad move, but I think that the Elseworld ideas, you know, and just taking them wherever, specifically with Superman, dude. There's so many Superman possibilities. Like, they could really redo, you know, Superman Doomsday and just make that its own kind of thing with Henry Cavill and just redo the workings of how that is. Man, it'd be gold. And especially the aftermath of what that looks like. But, yeah, it's stuff like this that grinds my gears. Okay, Peter Griffin, what's up, Blackwing? He clarified what he meant by saying the part about DCU just to make meant by saying not part of DCU was just to make story like Wonder Woman. I think the Star Wars should do a Darth Vader standalone film. I agree. I completely agree. On Shia, the thing is, they took his words out of context, and this is from an interview in July. Like, there's no way in July he was more prepared than he is now. Like, I can't sit there and put word to mouth when even, like, I think it was a week before, we didn't know whether or not Ben Affleck was even going to be Batman anymore, and then he confirmed it in Comic-Con. Like, that was out of context that they chose to say that the interview was today, which I'm not going to get into that right now. I'll get into that into another video, because the other video I'm going to talk about the whole infrastructure, the way public perception looks at DCEU, their high expectations of what the DCEU should be based on no foundation at all, because the only foundation that we had to go on was the Christopher Nolan films, which are not rooted in real, Batman lore, but it was like a grounded version of what Batman really should look like from the public perception, taking it seriously. Like, taking the DCEU so seriously like this and everybody trying to be a critic is really harming the superhero genre in and of itself. Like, it's really sad that, like, there were moments I was like, man, I can't do this anymore. I can't keep watching this and trying to enjoy it because people are telling me I'm dumb. I can only imagine what it is when you're younger. I don't know how it is for kids. Any of you guys that are in high school or middle school, do you guys, like, just enjoy, the Batman and, Wonder Woman, Suicide Squad films, and just really enjoy it? Like, I don't know. I'm an adult, so I don't know how kids look at it. But I like, if they have to deal with the same kind of ridicule and stuff that we process, like, it's gotta be crazy, man. Like, it shouldn't be that. It should be like, okay, take the movie for what it is. It's a superhero film. If it's great, give it acknowledgement. But if it's just a surface level superhero film, like, take the movie, what was that movie with Ellen Page called Super? That was, the concept is a dumb film, but it was very great in its own right. Like, Mystery Men, the same exact way. Like, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. If I sit there and critique that based on what the comics were versus what I actually got, I would never be able to enjoy it. And I think that taking these like films like Marvel and DC and Fox and even Sony. Now Sony, they can take that L. They can keep that L. But everybody else, like, it's kind of like, why are we taking this so critically? Like, why? Like, I just can't. I just can't, bro. Like, all that stuff, the past 48 hours that come out made no sense. There's things out in this world that are more serious to talk about than kind of being like, oh, I can't believe this. Oh, man, we're going to lose this. And it's just like, folks, just eat it up. I mean, I know I get it, because, I mean, you want to get outside, like, the norm and the concept of the craziness that's going on in the political world and just in the world and its infrastructure in and of itself. I understand that. But it's like the pleasantries of going outside, the realm of thought, like movies, TV shows, games, and enjoying that to get outside the public scene. Why are we, platforming that same exact feeling into something that's fictional? Like, into something that's entertainment. In and of itself is supposed to keep us in a less stressful perspective. And it's like, we're treating it like as hostile as we're treating like something that's actually really going on in the backyard is terrible. People getting killed. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be that. And I don't know if I'm a part of the problem, and being a blogger, like, being so passionate about these different things, and not everybody's passionate about it, and everybody's overcritical about this. But it's like, we should be able to just sit there and enjoy this. Like, come November, I'm gonna tell you this, and this is from my word. I will probably watch Thor twice. I will probably watch Justice League more than twice. But the simple fact is, I am excited for both. Like, if wifey allowed me to, man, I'd watch both of those movies 5 times over. And that's how it should be. Like, legit. I mean, I don't know. Some of you guys can disagree with me or agree because you like this or like that. But for me, I find entertainment out of the simple fact that something that was on a comic strip, something that, that is still in the comic strip, is being brought to life in front of my eyes. Like, I never would have thought I would freaking get like a Justice League film. Like, take my younger self in the 90s sitting there looking at the, you know, cartoon Justice League and being like, let's go. Okay. When, you know, Marvel Cinematic Universe was starting, when they came out with Iron Man 1 and they showed, like, you know, Thor's hammer at the very end of the film, I was like, what? We gonna get a Thor movie? Let's go. Like, I was excited because those were not realms of my possibility. The people that are born into this, you know, that grow up into this, that's a whole different concept, because then you're going off of like, okay, well, I'm spoiled because I know what this is. I need more. I didn't grow up with the comic books. I didn't grow up with not having this. Shoot, I mean, I remember when I didn't have a cell phone, dog. Like, we used pay phones. We used like the office phone. So, I mean, I think that might be a little bit of a difference there. But then you got the critics that are the older generation that know for a fact in their gut, you know what I'm saying, they are appreciative of the fact that we are getting the most, you know, outsourcing of superhero genre ever that have ever come. But yet we can't even sit there and try to enjoy it, you know? And it's like, I don't want to sit there and say that Marvel don't get flack for, you know, less than stellar movies, but they do. Like, it's this is the simple fact of it, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, when I looked at Doctor Strange, like, I was like, I love Doctor Strange. When I looked at Iron Man 3, I did not love Iron Man 3, but I can tell you what I did. I went to that movie theater. I seen that joint twice. I tried to make a effort to enjoy it. And I didn't sit there and badmouth anybody that was like, this is the best movie ever. Like, I was just like, it wasn't for me. But I took enjoyment out of the simple moments. I took enjoyment out of seeing Pepper Potts, you know, turn to this, like, you know, anamorphic, like, hybrid. You know, I took enjoyment out of seeing, like, Tony Stark, you know, depleting his emotions. Even though there were moments I didn't like when he was talking with the kid and, like, this is going over too long. The Mandarin was not how it was supposed to be. I didn't go and internalize that. Maybe that's because I'm not working as a critic when I'm watching it, but my perception is, did this allow me to enjoy the moment? And that's part of the reason why people still to this day, they're like, yo, you really enjoy Batman vs. Superman? Heck yes, I did. I'll put that joint in right now, and I'll still enjoy it. There was a beautiful film. It was a entertaining ride. Man of Steel was even better, you know. And anybody that says anything otherwise, that's fine. You can take it how you will, but I'm giving you the concept from how I internalize, you know, these superhero genre films. And I didn't mean to go into this. I can't believe you guys got me going this. I did this to myself. I just know that I take enjoyment out of the superhero genre without being so over hypercritical as to the confounds of where they're coming from, what they're going to, what demographic they're hitting. Did this emotional moment hit? Did this emotional moment not hit? You know, I just take it in, enjoy it. Like, that's how I enjoyed, you know, Spider-Man Homecoming. And yet at the same time, I can sit there and look at Spider-Man 2 and look at the realm of possibility and enjoy it. Like, I enjoyed the costume in Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2, more than I did Homecoming. But yet, you know, in Amazing Spider-Man 2, they took, you know, I think her name was, what's her name? Charlie Hatfield? I forget what the chick's name. The chick that was supposed to be in, anyway, they had casted a Mary Jane character. They cut that out the film. They cut the fact that, you know what I'm saying, Peter's dad was in the film and he was still alive. They cut that out the film and they just gutted it. And part of that was Sony's problem, and part of that, I'll still say that AVR Reed made Spider-Man 3 a terrible film. But yet, I will still watch it. I still can sit there and watch it. Why? Is it because, like, I like bad movies? Maybe. But maybe what it is I'm internalizing on a different level of enjoyment. I take it as entertainment. I take it as something that's not that serious, but something that allows me to go, you know, beyond my personal realm of thought of what I'm actually looking at, what I'm actually absorbing, what is actually really entertaining me. You know, and I think that movies like The Dark Knight or Inception or, I don't know, The Last Samurai or Face Off, those movies are classics. Those movies are great. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are in a realm of their own, but that doesn't mean you can tell me that I can't enjoy something else. And that's just my thoughts on it. I can't believe I went into all this. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry. I feel balance should always be found between realism and yeah. We have thousands of characters in DC universe. We still getting the same. Yeah. I was so happy when I thought they were getting. I never watched BVS. I'm never watching BVS again. Blake Williams, I would recommend checking out the Ultimate Cut. It was actually a lot better for me. Exactly, art being brought to life. Batman and Superman, 1 hour long. That was one of the things wrong with it. Hey, what up, dude? Again, I'm not getting into the debates of whether or not you like it or not. I'm just telling you guys that there are going to be things that I definitely do like. Now, there are going to be movies that I'm going to dog. Like, if I didn't tell you guys this, but I looked at, what was that last movie? The Independence Day 2. That movie was trash. And you never will hear me say it like that, but it was not good. It wasn't good. Alien Covenant, I didn't like that either. I See the Light, didn't like that either. There's a lot of movies that legit like I avoid because I don't really find they're good, and at the same time not just good, like they're not entertaining. Like it don't make sense, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's where my cut and my border goes. But when it comes to a superhero movie, man, come on, bro. You know, they had to do something mighty trashy to, you know, kind of light that up, like Batman and Robin. But I gotta go. I gotta check this out. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this random rant. I didn't know I was gonna go into all this. Please leave a like, share this with other people if you would like to, and please subscribe. Woo! Peace, everybody.